Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lori and I'm here today to do a massive empties video. I have in front of me 3 months worth of empties, June, July, and August. And I'm going to do it in one video, and then tomorrow's video that I'm going to film will be the purchases side, as well as an update to my Net 100 challenge. So, I've got over 60 products here. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. The first item is for fragrance. This is my Kayali Vanilla 28. This was a travel size eau de toilette that I purchased at Sephora last fall, and I had it in my Rolling Project 10 pan. So I did a good review of it there, but basically I didn't care for it. It had no lasting power on my skin, and it just wasn't the right vanilla for me. So I will not be repurchasing. The next category is nail polish. I finished 2 items. One is my base coat that I've been using all year. This is by Orly, and it's the Calcium Shield Strengthening Base Coat. I purchased this at a TJ Maxx. I think I paid like $3.99 for it. Oh yes, Millie, I hear you. I really enjoyed this. I haven't repurchased it yet, but I think I will. I'm using something else in the interim. The other item that I managed to finish was a nail polish from Zoya. This was also finished in my Rolling Project 10 pan, but it was a polish my mom gave me, something she didn't really care for. It was Piper is what it started its life with, which is a discontinued. It's kind of a neutral color with kind of a yellow base. It wasn't very attractive, so I frankened it and very much enjoyed the franken that I made, and I managed to finish it. All right, let's jump into body care. I have 2 body washes. The first one is by Native, and it is the Sweet Peaches and Nectar body wash, and I very much enjoyed this. I love anything peach scented, and really like this. Would definitely repurchase. It's good quality body wash. The second body wash I finished was by Aveeno. This is the Revitalizing Body Wash Prebiotic Oat and Green Tea. Now I bought this at a TJ Maxx last year for, still have the coupon on the back, the price tag on the back, $4.99. I enjoyed it when I first started using it last summer, and finished up the first one. I managed to buy 2 more at some point, and I finished the number 2 in the spring, and I'm just now finishing number 3. And I need to not do that. I need not to buy backups, because by the time you finish sometimes the first one, you're already sick of it. And I was definitely that way with that product. I definitely would not repurchase anytime soon, but it was a good quality body wash. All right, let's get into some body lotions. Now, I'm going to show you 2 that I buy over and over again. They're just staples in my routine. The first one is by Up & Up, which is the Target brand, and it's just the Advanced Repair Unscented Body Lotion, which is comparable to the Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion. It's great. I probably have dry skin, but I lotion every single day while my skin is still damp. I'll put a lotion, an oil, and then usually something scented, put the 3 together on my hands and rub it on damp skin, and it makes the biggest difference. Learned that little trick. I don't remember what YouTuber told me that, but ever since I've been doing it, I don't have problems with any dry skin anymore. The second lotion that I finished is the Equate Beauty. This is the Cocoa Divine Conditioning Skin Lotion. It's another dupe for one of the Vaseline lotions, and it's wonderful. In fact, I'm using one of these in my shower right now. They're great. For body lotion, for body oil, I used up a Neutrogena body oil. This is the fragrance-free one, and the only place I can find this is Amazon. Any store always has the fragranced, not the fragrance-free, or at least here where I live. So would you get your claws out of my leg, please. Thank you. Sorry, I'm double duting, rubbing a kitty cat head while I'm trying to do this. I love this. This was wonderful. But by the time I finished it, I was ready for something scented. So you'll see tomorrow what I bought to replace this. I have a couple of Bath & Body Works lotions, and I like them both. Well, let me rephrase that. I liked one of the two. I bought the Calypso Clementine last January. I had a coupon for a free product, and this was the first thing when I walked in. This was the first display right by the front door, and I smelled it and went straight to the cash register. I love it. It smells so good. I love citrusy scented scents, and this was great. I enjoyed it. Now, the second product, I really like the body creams, but I did not care for this particular scent. This is Strawberry Pound Cake, and it smells real sickening sweet, and the strawberry's not a pleasurable strawberry smell. I was not a fan of this and definitely would not repurchase. I have a couple of more body items. One of them is something I always have. It's by Equate Beauty, and it's the Advanced Healing Ointment. This is basically Aquaphor. It's a very thick, vast petrolatum product. I think it's, 41%? I never can remember the percentage. Yes, 41% petrolatum. It is fabulous. I put it on my feet every day before I put socks on, and a lot of times I'll do it at night too, and it's just wonderful. If you have little cuts or scrapes, this works just as good as putting Neosporin. Okay, and then the last product is a mineral sunscreen by Baby Ganix. I bought this at Walmart. It was 50% off last fall and used it up. If you like a mineral sunscreen that is white and never sinks into the skin, it just sits on the skin, this is just as good as any of the others. I'm finding now that I can use chemical sunscreens if they're I was going to say Japanese, Korean chemical sunscreens on my face, so I don't have to necessarily buy mineral sunscreens anymore. And I did finish this up on my body, so that's why it's in the body category. Okay, next section is hair care, and I have 4 items. I finished a shampoo and a conditioner, and I finished them in the same hair washing day, which is so nice. That almost never happens. Usually you finish one over the other, and for me, I usually finish shampoos faster than I finish conditioners. But this is the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisturizing Conditioner and Shampoo. This was a recommendation from my hairdresser, Jamie. She really likes the Alterna Caviar line. She says the only thing that she is not crazy about is the smell, and I have to agree. It's nothing offensive. It just isn't a pleasurable scent where you're going, that smells good. And I want my hair to smell good. So, but it's an excellent product. It's pricey, but you quite often find it on sale. It was part of the 21 Days of Beauty that they had earlier this month at Ulta, but I did not repurchase. Purchased something else instead, which you'll see that. Well, no, you'll see that in my September Empties and Purchases video. Okay, and then I have 2 styling products that I used. One I received as a free gift with purchase from Amazon. Ulta last year. It was in a goodie bag. This is by Biolage. It is the all-in-one, sorry, I can't read, multi-benefit spray, detangles, conditions, and primes. This was really good. I liked it. I really love the Biolage scent. I used to use Biolage products in the past. My dad uses Biolage products. Mom buys them for him, and so I always think about him when I smell this. My 4th item is a serum that I use on my hair. This is the Lanza Healing Strength Neem Plant Silk Serum. I have been using this probably for about 5 years. So I've been through, this is probably my third. It takes me about 15 months to 15 to 18 months to finish up one of these. But it is a serum that I can use it for everything from heat protection to helping with frizz, and it's just wonderful. I love it. Every once in a while it'll go on sale at Ulta, and the one I'm using now I bought last summer when it went 50% off. So I finished this one up and already using another one. But those are all of the hair care items, and now we're going to switch to skincare, of which I have several. Okay, we're going to start with cleansers. The first item was part of my Rolling Project 10 pan, and it is by Neutrogena. It is the Hydro Boost with hyaluronic acid hydrating gel cleanser, and it is the fragrance free. I've had this at my sink for over a year, and I finally finished it off in that project. It's a good cleanser. It's a basic cleanser. Mostly what I used it for every day was to clean my sponge. I use a beauty sponge instead of a brush to put my foundation on, and this is what I used to clean the sponge with, and it worked beautifully. But it also worked great on my face, and part of the time I had it in the shower. So, but it took me about a year to finally finish it up. I don't think I'd repurchase it, but I did. I mean, it was okay. It was a Dr. Dre recommendation. Another cleanser, now this one I did not like. This is by the Inky List, and it is their Oat Cleansing Balm. And this is one of the smaller bottles I'm grateful for that I did not buy the big one. This is so hyped, and it is so beloved, and I hated it. I didn't like the consistency of it. It was hard to spread. It was just a lot about it I didn't like. After I was using it and trying to figure out, I wonder why I don't like this, I saw a video by, I think his name is Rob. He has the channel Mad About Skin. Mad About Skin. He stated in that video that they had changed the formulation of this. And it went from being a holy grail to now he doesn't even recommend it. And it's like all of a sudden light bulb came on. That's why. And I thought it was so interesting. About the time I was finishing this, Jessica Lee here on YouTube, she had it in one of her projects and she loved it. And I couldn't figure out. And so I think I, in the comments, told her, I said, you must have an older formulation because the newer formulations nobody's liking. And I'm using it and I hate it. So I don't recommend this. And if you've used this and love it, tell me. I'm curious to know. Okay, a couple more cleansers. Those two were step 2 cleansers, but I have some step 1 cleansers. The first one is by Handskin. This is the pore cleansing oil. This is I think Handskin is a Korean brand, sold at Ulta. I've had one of these samples before. I got this in a goodie bag from Ulta. I know that it was not good at removing waterproof eye makeup. So as long as you have a micellar water, you can remove it that way. But otherwise, this was enjoyable. It has a nice lemony scent that I don't find to be offensive. It doesn't smell like a cleaning agent. It was nice to use, but I would not go out and purchase one. Now, something I would repurchase is this, the Clinique Take the Day Off balm. This is wonderful. This is the best balm I think I've ever used. Works beautifully. I bought this particular one at TJ Maxx for $19.99, and I absolutely would repurchase these if I found them there again for $19.99. I currently am using a cleansing oil, and I much prefer that. I like something in a pump as opposed to, putting your hand in a balm. So those are the cleansers, that I finished up. All right, next, they're right in front of me. Let's do sunscreens. I have two. I have the Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 48. I really enjoyed this. This is such a hyped up item that I went ahead and bought one last year, Black Friday, to just try out and see what it was like. But I liked it. It was good. I think I liked it more the more I used it. In the beginning, I found it to be really almost greasy. My face looked greasy after putting it on, but it wore beautifully under makeup. So I would repurchase it. Another sunscreen is by Neutrogena. This is the Ultra Sheer Dry Touch SPF 70. I bought this earlier in the year from Amazon. They had it on some special sale, so I got it on discount. I've used Neutrogena sunscreens for years, and this works well under makeup. I absolutely would repurchase, but I'm finding I really like Korean chemical sunscreens so much better. All right, let's go next to, I have a sleeping mask here I wanted to tell you about. This is the Beekman 1802. It is the Midnight Milk Mask. I bought this at a Ulta 21 Day of Beauty last year. I think it was the springtime. It was okay. It was nothing special. I think I used it mostly as a nighttime moisturizer, and it's not something I would repurchase. It's quite pricey, but I don't really I didn't really find that it did anything. It has bakuchiol in it, melatonin, and there's a third word there, peptides. But it's the only thing from Beekman 1802 I've ever tried, but I don't really recommend it. I have a couple of eye creams, both of which I love. The first one is by Kiehl's, and it's their creamy eye treatment with avocado. I have used this for years. I started using it off the recommendation from, I think her name is Iona. She is Chic Geek here on YouTube. She said this was one of the few eye creams that did not cause milia on her. And at the time, I had a bump on my lower eyelid that I thought was milia. Turns out it wasn't. It was something that I actually had the eye doctor surgically remove. But I bought this anyway, started using it. It's really good in the wintertime. It's very nourishing. If you have dry under eyes, this is a wonderful product to have. Another product that is really good, and I'm going to put the name at the bottom of what this is because, as you can see, I can't read it off of the package, but it's by Origins, and it's a ginseng eye cream with vitamin C in it. I really liked this. It did not dry my skin out at all. I like having an eye cream that has something in it. Like a vitamin C product, or for nighttime, one that has a retinol product in it. But this in no way dried my eyes out. I really liked it. I would repurchase it. I was kind of hoping it would come up at the 21 Days of Beauty. It'd be part of the sale. This was, and yes, I did repurchase it because this is $60 and I got it for $30. But this sadly didn't come up for sale, but I would definitely repurchase. Maybe it'll be in the springs. I have a couple of moisturizers. One is my Victoria Principal Secret Advanced Moisturizer with Hydrospheres. Now, I've shown these in other Empties and Purchases videos. I have them on a subscription service. I get sent 5 every 6 months. I give one time I'll give 3 to my mom, keep 2, and the next time I'll keep 3 and give her 2, and they're wonderful. It's one of those moisturizers you don't realize how good it is until the end of the day when you've had your makeup on for 14 hours, 15 hours, and you don't realize until you're not wearing this and you've had your makeup on 14, 15 hours, and you are just seeing how dry your skin is, and you just can't wait to get your makeup off. It's never that way with this. I really enjoy this product and I use it every day. The next product is by CosRx, and it's the Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. Despite this saying cream, I thought I could use it as a night moisturizer, but I never found that it was enough. Well, I ended up using it in the same way that I use my Snail Essence. I kind of feel like they're almost the same product. I'm sure they're not, and I'm sure you out there are probably going, you idiot, that's not what that's for. But I could not use this as a moisturizer, so I just used it as an additional moisturizing step. Once I started doing that, then I didn't mind it. I liked it, and I used it up. Don't think I would repurchase it because I have this. Now, I used up the Advanced Snail 96 Mousse and Power Essence. I think this is the first one I ever bought, and I finished it up. It took a long time to finish it up, and I'm using a second one now that I bought sometime last year. But I like it. It's good. It gives good it moisturizes really well. I typically would put it on, especially, I use it more in the wintertime. I'll put my serum on, I'll put this over, then my moisturizer, both day and night. It's a good product, and the stickiness of the snail mucin, I actually enjoy that, so would definitely repurchase, and have. Everything else I have is serums. Let's see. I have 2 vitamin C products. I have one that I liked and one that I didn't. The one that I liked, or actually loved, is by Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Potency Power Serum. This was a recommendation last year from Dr. Marin Locke here on YouTube. She's known as the Budget Dermatologist. And this isn't really budget friendly. I think these retail for $105. But she said she was doing a video on the items that came out that year, and she said this was the best vitamin C product, and I really enjoyed this, so much so that it was on the 21 Days of Beauty earlier this month, and I bought 2. I really enjoyed it. Now, when I finished this, I wanted to go with something lower cost, and that's where this came in. This is by CosRx, and it's the Vitamin C 23. Sorry, need glasses. This is super vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. This I purchased off of a recommendation from Gemma. She is an anesthetician here on YouTube, a British anesthetician by the title The Papered Wolf. That's her channel. Sorry. She recommended this product. I tried it. I didn't care for it. It's very watery, and I don't like watery serums. I use entirely too much of them when I have them, and I went through this very, very fast. So it is not something I would repurchase. Instead, I repurchased this one. All right, I have three more products, and then we're done. Then we move on to makeup. For my retinol type product, I have been using Differin Gel, which is an adapalene gel. This is the 0.1%. This is something I bought off the recommendation of Dr. Dre here on YouTube. She said that adapalene gel worked really good as a retinol type product. And until I can get back to my dermatologist, which I need to do, I need to make an appointment because it's been a year and a half since I've been back. But until I can get to him to actually get a tretinoin prescription again, I've been using adapalene, and I've been very pleased. I've enjoyed it. Another product that I finished is by Sunday Riley. It's the Luna oil. This is a wonderful face oil that I would use every winter. I would buy one usually around Black Friday. Just buy one of them, use it in the wintertime, finish it up sometime spring or summer. And it did great. It does a great job of hydrating my skin in the winter, which is when I'm going to be the most dry. All of us would be. It has a retinol in it, which it in no way interfered with the adapalene when I used it, and I do like it. I'm not going to repurchase one this year because I'm using something else, which I'll tell you about. Well, you'll find out about it in tomorrow's video, but and it's significantly cheaper, and I think it'll probably work just as well. Now, the next product and the last product for skincare was a bit of a disappointment. And I was really surprised because I expected to like this. This is from The Ordinary, and it's their multi-peptide and copper peptides 1% serum. This was a recommendation by Abby Young here on YouTube. She absolutely loves this. I just saw an Empties video that she did, and I think she had 3 or 4 bottles of this. She just loves it. But it was from her that I found out you're not supposed to use this with actives like vitamin C and retinol. So when do you use it? Because I use a vitamin C every morning and I use a retinol every night. So, and I think what they're doing is it's almost like they're canceling each other out. It's not like they're making it work harder. So anyway, I used this up at one point, and it was around the time I had COVID. I had finished my vitamin C, and because I had COVID, I had not gone out and repurchased one. So that was when I started using this in place of that every morning, and I went ahead and just used up the bottle. But would not repurchase. I want a serum that I can use with my actives and not have to wait for it to dry completely before, because I think Abby said that Sam Ellis, who is a dermatologist here on YouTube, she made a comment on one of Abby's videos stating that you could use them together, like you could pair these together, but it's like you had to let this dry completely and wait a certain amount of time, and then you could put this on. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to just one right after the other and be done. So not going to repurchase. Okay, before I knock the rest of this off of the floor, we're going to get to makeup. That is my last. That is the last of the items. Okay, where to start? Let's start with primer. I finished my Ritual de Fille Thorn Oil. I loved this, and that really surprised me. I didn't think that I would, but I ended up really enjoying this. This came as a recommendation from Teresa Is Dead. She has extremely dry skin, and she calls this her elixir of life. And I enjoyed it. I really liked it. However, I have bought something that is significantly cheaper and using it in the same way, and it's working just as good. Because this isn't something I need over my whole face. Where my face is dry is right here, right at my under eyes. And I just put an oil there when I'm putting my other primer on. I'll put an oil there and just give it some time to sink in, and it's working. And I'm going to continue doing that through the winter and see if maybe I can get away from having to purchase things like the Luna oil and Ritual de Fille Thorn Oil. So, going on to the next products, I have two foundations, excuse me. I have my number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation. I really enjoyed this. This is a drugstore foundation I bought. I think I got mine at Target, but I just happened to be in a Walgreens today, and I know that they sell them there for $17.99, although I think I bought mine, I think it was $14.99 or $15.99 from Target, but that was last year, so it could be the same price now. But I really enjoyed this, absolutely would repurchase. Now, one that I would not is this. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow. I didn't like this, and their regular CC Plus foundation is my Holy Grail foundation. It's what I have on today. I absolutely love it. I was kind of sad to see that this is what was on the 21 Days of Beauty and not the regular one, but I'm glad that I used it because I found out that I didn't like it. Instead of it making me look glowy, it made me look greasy. And I think that is what I didn't like about it. And I seem to use like twice as much powder to try to get rid of that greasy look than I normally would. So not going to be a repurchase. I have a cream blush. This is Ilia Multi-Stick in At Last, which was kind of a mauve-y rose colored. I received this as part of my birthday gift last year from Sephora, and it turns out I still had the box. I found it. So this is what I was able to get. This is the product in At Last, and then it also came with a mascara. This is the Limitless Lash Mascara. I like the mascara so much more. I finished it up last year, but I was glad to have this little sample. You could use it on your eyes, your cheeks, your lips. It really had no lasting power on any of the three. So it's for that reason I would not repurchase. I finished a highlighter, and it took me 4 years of working on this. This is MAC's Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Whisper of Guilt. I bought this in a kit that was, there was a collab between MAC and Alana Davidson here on YouTube. Alana Davidson is a Canadian YouTuber that used to work for MAC. And it was like a little box of her favorite products. And I think there were like 6 products. This was the last product, and I finally finished it. What is that, 4 years later? So happy to be done with this. But I really did like it. It was quite large. It was 9 grams of product. I have, let's go to the eyes. I have an eye primer by Smashbox. This is the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I received this in a goodie bag from Ulta back in 2022, and it was good. I liked it, but it doesn't have any color correcting aspect, and I need that. That's what makes the matte Painterly Paint Pot such a fantastic thing, is that it not only works as a shadow primer, but it any veining or discoloration, it will blank out. So would not repurchase. I actually don't think they sell this anymore, but it was okay. It was getting old. I needed to use it up, and I did. I have a couple of brow products. I have the e.l.f. brow pencil in just medium brown, and I've been through numerous of these in the past. Even though I'm using a brow pomade this year, I still use this at the end for kind of touch-ups, for little places that maybe I missed that I didn't notice until the end. It's just easier to go in with the brow pencil than it is to go back in with the pomade. But I have one of these now. I'm using it very infrequently, but I do use it, and I love it, and I'll keep repurchasing them. I like it because it's not a micro. Everybody likes those little micro brow pencils, but I actually want one that's not micro, and this works great. I have another e.l.f. product. It is their brow lift. I didn't care for this. This is that clear brow gel that you use a pomade, and I think it was just the fact that it doesn't come with its own spoolie, and it's messy. But I mean, it did work. It was just a messy process. But I finished it up, glad to be done with it, not gonna repurchase. I have a couple of mascaras. The first one is the Maybelline Sky High. I bought a trio of these from Costco last February. I think they were on sale there, and finished one up last year. This was number 2. I'm working on number 3 now. I like it. This is what the wand looks like, and I like this kind of wand, a smaller, not a real big bushy wand, but it's one of those that's real, can't think of what the term is I'm trying to use here, but it's real friable. That part I didn't care for. Another mascara that I used up was by Bobbi Brown. This was a sample of the Smoky Eye Mascara. I received this in a goodie bag from Ulta, and this is what its wand looks like. It was okay. It wasn't anything special. I don't think it's something I would repurchase, but I would gladly use another sample of it. Okay, I think next we're going to do eyeshadows. I finished the last two shades in my Modern Renaissance palette. I finished Venetian Red and Red Ochre, which means I have completely finished this palette. I bought both of these palettes, this in the Soft Glam, in a Vault Set Black Friday 2019, and now, almost 5 years later, I have finally finished this one. Out of Soft Glam, I finished one shade, and that was Burnt Orange. I still have 4 shades in here to go. I'm still working on Sienna, Rustic, Noir, and Mulberry. So those are the 4 that I have to go that I hope I will finish this year, and then I will have both of these palettes out in 1 year, which would be fabulous. So always good to have eyeshadows done. Everything else is a lip product, and I promise we're almost done. First product is a lip pencil. This is by Rare Beauty. This was in the shade Worthy, which is, I guess, a mauve. I don't know if you can even see what it looks like in there. This was nice. I liked it. I went through it very fast, though. I much prefer a sharpenable pencil as opposed to one that, comes up in this mechanism. But it was nice, and I would repurchase. I have a couple of balms, 3 in fact. The first one is a sports lip balm with SPF, and it's just by the Up and Up brand. It has an SPF of 50. I really enjoyed this. I bought it in a 2-pack last summer off the recommendation of Dr. Dre, and used one up last year, used this one up this year. I have a couple of balms. One I really liked and one I didn't. The one I really liked is by Laneige, and instead of their lip sleeping mask, this is their lip glossy balm. And I enjoyed this. This was just in their basic berry scent. I think I bought this last year around Black Friday off of Amazon, and I would gladly buy another one. I enjoyed it. One I wasn't so happy about, I actually bought this year. It's another brand product from the Inky List. This is the Tripeptide Plumping Lip Balm, and it worked, and I liked it in its functionability. I would put it on every morning after I brushed my teeth. I would put some on, put my makeup on, giving time for it to soften up my lips, and then put my lipstick on before I was out the door. But it has a gross taste, smell. It's kind of just a chemical smell. I didn't care for it, so I'm not going to repurchase it. And then the last products to show you, I have 4 full-on plumping lip polishes or lip creams from Buxom. I bought these in a 4-pack I think it was last July, from Ulta, and they are the shades. This was Gabby. I don't know how well you can see what's left in there. This was Dolly, and Dolly is probably my favorite and most frequently purchased color. This was Kanani, which is one I just kind of wore around the house. It didn't look the best on me. And then the last one was White Russian Sparkle. Now, I bought White Russian before. It's great to use over darker lipsticks, but I've never bought the one that had sparkle in it. But I love those. I would gladly repurchase them. Usually do look at what Buxom comes out with every winter. Might end up buying something. Usually they're on sale at the 21 Days of Beauty, and I mean, I've been buying these things since they originally were, I think, $18, because I could get them on sale 50% off for like $9. they're not that cheap anymore. They've gone up quite a bit, but they didn't have them on sale at the 21 Days of Beauty. They had their Plump Shot, which I'd not tried that one before. But anyway, those are my empties for June, July, and August. And I know that's a lot. Tomorrow I will be doing my purchases video, which is going to be a smaller video. I'm also going to give you the update for my Net 100 challenge. And after that, I will be completely caught up, and October will start, and we'll be able to then do the October updates, and then be able to do my September empties and show you how I did in September and what all I bought at the 21 Days of Beauty, because yeah, I bought a lot. I do every year. But thank you for watching. I ask that you please give me a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me tremendously. And leave a comment. Say hello. If any of these products that I mentioned you don't like, or you do like and I didn't, let me know. I'm kind of curious to see what other people's thoughts are. I love watching empty videos. You get such a good, you get a true review as opposed to someone trying something for the first time. And you can't, you know, a lot of these products, I loved when I started them, I hated them by the time I finished them, or vice versa. And I'm gonna now pick all this stuff up that fell on the floor and start editing. So thank you and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.